the smiling Chef Shingi.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. So good to have you in the studio.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be around. I can't lie.
All right.
I love it, yeah.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We're also live on Facebook. You can go join the conversation there. We're talking about beans today. Is it an MVP?
Well, it could be an MVP, eh?
It's not really.
Or it's either you've just been there. Get it?
Been there.
Been there, done that. Yeah. So, yeah, we are talking about beans today for all our food lovers, our kitchen conquerors, my brai boys. So, not beans pa brai, guys. Chakalaka.
Oh,
No
yeah,
one,
chakalaka.
no one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it fits everywhere. It really is and can be an MVP. Especially even just for those who are master at mvura.
Yes.
Now to beans, so now go save our guys. You know. Yeah, I mean they're so humble, but you know they're actually quite famous for that matter because they're everywhere. I mean, they're legume legends in this country. Sugar beans, guys. I mean, if you don't have a recipe kwenye sugar beans, I don't think you're Zimbabwean enough. You don't qualify to be Zimbo enough if you don't have like a home recipe. Like we actually have one on the wall, like
Chef Stingy.
Okay, I think it's in our heads, but like we know like that. This
I
is
really
how
make
to
really
treat
nice.
them.
I make really nice beans.
All right. Okay, I actually want to try this because I think we can compare my recipe, my recipes.
Nasi ma recipes. Nasi daunzwa yako. Timbo not tinokwanisere kunozvi-incorporate.
Yeah, you find it so easy, and that's the point. Like, I mean, we want to make sure that this is something that you can take home and feel like this is my go-to item because it's that simple, right? But yeah, while we're there, let's first talk about some commonly consumed beans in the country, and I actually want to start with, look, I think our favorites are often those things that we eat less of, right? And that's what makes them our favorite because it's like kind of like a rare gold, like a rare commodity type of thing. And
Yes.
Nyemba beans, guys. Nyemba is just like one of those like delicacies, like like they actually almost always keep their shape, and this is what I like about them the most. So you can always tell, Kuti,
Nyemba andifarire nyemba dzimtakura.
yeah, dzimtakura look like ukadzidya dziri dzega.
I don't like them.
Guys, this is like it's like because they're fast cooking actually, do you know?
Yeah, they are.
And this
What is like, do you put anything, or you're saying zakatoita?
they're fast cooking, and the smell, they actually smell like rain, and I love the smell of rain.
Oh, I love the smell of rain.
Right?
I think maybe I should try nyemba again.
Yeah, you have
from
to try
what you're
them
saying.
again by themselves, like without putting them in the mix of the mtakura sort of drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of drama.
Yeah, because it can get dramatic. And then another, like, one of my favorite beans are Nyimo beans, and I always share this story kuti ndakamboenda kumba kwemamwe maveti so tasvika kwaya taona nyimo dziri dzakatomirira kuti dzibikwe chisaindashati okay saka dzichaitwa sei nyimo idzi
What are they going to do?
And they literally put it in a stew, in like a beef stew. And that day, like, my life changed, I promise you, because like I could actually see that some of the ways that we've been accustomed to doing things are robbing the glory of some of these ingredients that are actually,
I actually like how you put it.
like they're so easily accessible, but we do the very least to them.
How was that stew?
It was amazing.
And the Nyimo.
It was just amazing. And
I think we're just not flexible to change and to trying things.
Exactly. And that becomes a problem because we rob ourselves of like the goodness that can come with all of the experimentation and the creativity and just the general exposure from, doing things differently. And I mean, like, just to tell you the pop in your mouth, I know like a membrane like so like right on the skin of the bean.
Yes.
Like when that pops in your mouth, like with the savoriness of the soup in that beef dish, you will just imagine another way of doing things that will change the way you do everything else, because you can just imagine it a little bit differently
That's
than
interesting.
most other times. Yeah. And then obviously sugar beans. These are like, those ones that we go to like whenever we need to replace kanyama. Unongonza uchinza, hamune kanyama, but
Zinonaka, guys. Yeah, you
Ah,
can actually
zinonaka.
forgo, meat
yeah.
and not, remember kuti hamuna nyama muplate.
Kana dzikanyadzorowa
Raw chaivo aiwa dzinouya.
mawana.
Yes.
Yeah. And then dzinonzi chiko nickname yacho vamwe vanotanzi chiko stonyeni. Zvine zvichireve.
Ah, really? I've not heard it.
that before.
Are you
I'm
serious?
like, what? Yeah, I wonder. Like, I want to actually hear what this actually
Chef,
means.
shame, give me salad, guys. Get me ready. Auntie.
All right.
Salad.
We've got soya beans next, guys. And this is like the silent health minister in the bean family. And you don't really have to invite them for flavor because they come in a really like full flavorful sort of
soya
outfit in themselves, right? And what you'd actually like to do with these is you like to maybe transform them into something else. And again, these are one of those things that are going to make sure that you can forget about meat. Look at soya chunks, like how those turn into something that, can be disguised in a sort of meat like identity, right? So yeah, soya beans are one of those things that we're going to talk about. Butter beans, guys, that white looking color bean that is also so versatile. You find it most times in a can. It can go in a salad, it can go in a soup, it can go in pretty much any form and shape that we've used all the other beans. And just that you rarely find them fresh in the country. So it's not such a popular thing, because I know Zimbos, we like our food fresh, we like our food yeah. And those are just some of the bean varieties. And like some of the science that you want to know about beans, guys. Nemo, for starters, these are protein packed and they are high. We're fighting blood sugar, high blood pressure, and they're also a rich source of iron and potassium. So this is like really, really like a gem of the bean family. And you want to make sure that you include this in your diet to make sure that you stay nice and healthy. Soya beans, they contain a lot of protein as well, and they have all 9 amino acids. Now, amino acids are what actually makes your body accept proteins and transform the proteins into an active form that your body can process. So that's very important. You get that from soya bean. They also help lowering your cholesterol. So these are also quite some really, really like good. And let's talk about sugar beans. My nutrition benefits are high in fiber, okay, and they also have a good dose of protein. So that's about it on the sugar bean side. But taste and the flavor and the things that we've done to them, dziri kumberi, guys.
Dziri kumberi.
Ndo chokwadiwo chatinongogona ongotaura. And
Singers again to be called proper, like we're saying. Oh,
yeah.
Nice, man.
Then you're not gonna turn back there. So yeah, like beans are just one of those things that you want to make sure are always in your diet. If you want to keep it healthy, if you want to replace proteins with a healthier alternative, because meat drama nowadays can also trigger some sort of health ailments, like especially red meats. Dzine zvakawanda zvinokonzeresa zvirwere zvako commonly found these days. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it about like the bean sort of info nutrition. Now
The
I
bean
know
family.
the time we've been waiting for,
The recipe.
the dramatic time, because these recipes are actually quite dramatic. And when I was coming up with them, right, some of the stuff I've done before, and some of the stuff I thought to myself, look, it only makes sense if. And I think that if we'll find out Tese, guys, so
Which makes it more interesting, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So pen and paper, guys. And the first one is a coconut bean curry. With which bean? Take a guess. Which one of the beans are we going to use?
The I don't know which one.
Nemo.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
we've got Nemo beans.
How
in
could
this one.
we have enough time for sugar beans? Because I really want to go make it.
You want to go make some sugar beans today?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this one quick. Okay, guys, so with this coconut bean curry with Nemo beans, it's like a fusion of exotic and creamy and a little bit of some spiciness because you get some curry in there. Let's do a curry a little bit different. I told y'all I've been inspired with this dish and I got taste kwarungu. Saka daughty taste tingonzwoka feeling like that and yeah, and warning guys, this might cause like some spontaneous marriage proposals because okay, so 2 cups of boiled Nemo beans, 1 onion diced, okay, finely diced. You can grate a little bit of some ginger, 2 garlic cloves, you want to mince those, some turmeric, some curry powder, and 1 cup of coconut milk, and some tomatoes that are chopped, and a handful of coriander. Guys, coriander just makes everything fresh and makes curries pop with a different tone of flavor. So if you're like me, you add a little bit of some salt and some chili, and what you're gonna do is you're just basically gonna fry the onion, the garlic, and the ginger until it lifts up a nice sort of aromatic fragrance in the house, and then you're gonna add the spices. These are your dry spices. Then your tomatoes go in, it simmers a little bit, and remember your Nemo beans have been boiled already, so you're gonna add those together with the coconut milk at the same time and let it just bubble gently, like boop 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 boop, until it's nice and creamy. And guys,
For
you
how long?
are done. So you have boiled the beans already, right? Remember that. So what you're gonna do then is just to make sure that your ingredients are gonna mix. So you fry the garlic, the ginger and whatnot until sweating. It's not good fry until which is about 10 to 15 minutes. The next step is simmering the tomatoes, which is another 10 minutes or so. So max, you're looking at about 30 minutes for this whole recipe to come into fruition. Yep. And now we have our sugar bean.
Yay.
Drum roll. Okay. So 2 cups of soaked sugar beans. Okay, so you want to soak them first just to add a little bit of some moisture back into the dry components. So usually you find them readily available at it dry. So it's much easier to sort of get your hands on dry ones. Okay, and we're actually gonna pair them with a piece of meat. Okay.
Oh, nice.
And these are goat chops. I am such a fan of goat chops, especially if you can get them cut right, because you can always ask for that luxury from your butcher, man. If you are friends, you need to make friends with your butcher, guys. We've spoken about this tip
you've said
over and over again,
Yeah.
okay? And what you're going to just need is a can of crushed tomatoes, okay? When I say a can, I actually mean a cup because it's the same amount. Some onions, some carrots. Make sure, guys, you always have carrots in your sugar beans. Like, my veg, I think guys got my carrots, on fire. And it's the same story with your sugar beans, okay? And then you're going to have some bay leaves, 2 bay leaves, okay? You're going to need these to simmer your beans because they will add another level, another depth of flavor, and some olive oil and some tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, and that's gonna add a little bit of some sweetness and also just help to caramelize and just add a little bit of some depth to that stew, that bean stew. And as for your goat chops, season them with paprika, salt, pepper, and just let them sort of braise away in a pot until they're golden on the side there. And then in that same pot, goat chops akwaya tingoisa kaflavor ke unyama mubinzi ndo zvinozoita kuti bhinzi dzinzi dzine nyama nengo agona kubika kana zvawashandisa chacho kuti udzibike chinenge chaita kuti nyama ipinde mukati handiti. Okay, so in the same pot you're going to saute your onions, your carrots, and just add your tomatoes and your bay leaves, right, and your sugar beans in that same pot, and just let it come to a simmer. And this is going to make sure that that infusion of everything going on in that same time is going to go inside the beans, and that's the goal. That is really the goal. You don't want the soup or the sauciness to be on the outside and then the beans, you understand? Okay, and then let it go, guys. And just simmer for about 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and then toss those goat chops back in there. at the end, and you have a nice sort of hearty dish with a lovely kanyama essence in there. And that tomato sauce, guys, has been waiting for this very moment when you pull out and pakora pepper. Just add a dollop, and that's it, guys.
Wow, salivating already. Thank you so much, Chef Shingi. For those who want to get in touch with you and also join the group.
All right, so you can catch me on my mobile number. That's 0774 410 008. I'll repeat that, 0774 410 008. You can also catch me on my Instagram. That's at the Chef Life of Shingi. And on Facebook, it's a business called the Outdoor Kitchen Chef. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We look forward to next week's session, hey?
It's a pleasure.
Oh, we're also live on Facebook. You can go watch and share with someone as well. Your chef. We do this again next week, same time. Taking our time to 11 o'clock, Star FM. It's time for the news.
This is